It's woo.
Take a little trip in your mind and explore it. Take a little trip on a magic carpet ride. Take a little trip in your mind and explore it. Check out all the things that you left behind.
You're the one who always wants to have your way. And like the sky, it's you whose feelings change with every day. And you think there's righteousness in all you say.
Take a little trip in your mind and explore it. Take a little magic carpet ride. Take a little trip in your mind and explore it.
Take a closer look at the you you're trying to hide. You're the one who says the things you don't believe. And when you need to be, you can't distinguish you from me. And you think your eyes have overall control. No, your mind
Can't see for blind in your soul. Take a little trip in your mind and explore it. Take a little trip, magic carpet ride. Take a little trip in your mind and explore it. You'll be so surprised to find what you left behind. Dun, 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 dun,
Yes. What's up, y'all? What's up? Here we go.
Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Sure, Roxanne. Can you feel it? Sure, Roxanne. Can you feel it? Sure, Roxanne.
So here we are again. It's Wednesday, 7:00, and I usually have an interview, but let me tell you what happened. I did not know this good brother lives in Oklahoma. I didn't put pieces together. Man, Oklahoma, he showed me pictures. Oklahoma and Texas are getting bombarded with snow. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. And so we couldn't do the interview today. Good brother, play guitar, man. Send me this video, man, and I hope to play it for you when I bring him. Great video. Anyway, I want to, you know, it's Wednesday, 7 o'clock. I wanted to have some fun here. Check this out. Well, I wasn't allowed to say anything until today, but it's now okay for me to share that I volunteer for the COVID-19 vaccine from Pfizer. Yes, yes. The vaccine is the one that has been developed by genetic engineering. It is in 6 different stages. Whoop, 1 second. And I received my first dose around 6:20 this morning. And I wanted to tell you now, I want to let you know now that it is totally safe and I'm okay with no
Side effects. There were no side effects. What? What's going on? No side effects.
anyway, so I got
No side effects. So I've been just going about my everyday chores and make sure that I have my chip. So when I put my chip and I'm buying my items, I use my chip and I insert it. It's all in my programming.
just having fun, man. Just having fun. I take no damn vaccine. I'm just having fun. Just keeping it, just humor. Let me see. Anybody who have a messenger you want to call in, you can call in. You know what I'm saying? I want to see if I'm on here. I'm on live. I should be on live. What's going on? I should be on live on Facebook. Yeah. All right. So let's see. Let's see. Yeah, man, just having fun. Yeah. Yep, I am. Here it is. I'm on live. Oh, let me bring that down. But anybody calls, I won't be able to hear you. Ugh. Orlando Sanchez, my buddy. What's going on? Yeah, so I just wanted to, speak about other things. You know what I'm saying? Anybody wants to call in, they're welcome to call in. I'm wondering if I can see it. Um, I'm gonna have to. Oh yeah, I can see it in my other. Oh, okay. I know what I can do. I can see it in my iPad. Anyway, you know, for what what's that noise? For those of you who if you've been following, I've been doing some work on the energy centers, the natural energy center, the enlightenment center. And if you listen to the words of that song, man, you know that. Let me see, why is this doing this? Do I need? uh, If anybody, let me see, I got to put the chat back on. Let me see, just in case somebody decide to get on. Okay, you know. Thank you for watching, Orlando. Thank you for watching. And listen, and I'll pick up the interviews this coming week. You know what I'm saying? I got some lined up. I just, right now, this little I gotta think about the states and the type of weather they're getting, just finally yesterday the sun came out here, but for 4 days we didn't have no sun. We had a lot of rain, so I'm sure that throughout the whole country in the United States we're having a little kind of rough weather everywhere. And Texas never seen snow in, I think, in a long time. I don't know exactly the stats on that, but they're getting it now, and they got a lot of it. Oklahoma, the brother showed me his backyard, man. It's like about 2 inches. It's a lot. It's a lot. Anyway, um, with all that being said, and the brother, and the topic was going to be about music, give his chronicle, but then also how he morphed it. If we were going to talk about revolutionary organizations and different other organizations, of how they use the music industry to as a means to what you say propagate or to resonance. Again, when we speak about those natural energy centers that we have, we'll see you know how that works. But anyway, remember we went into the Genesis, that's in the enlightenment self, and that's when you ground yourself and you anchor yourself. And the only thing that could uproot that is separatism, classism, and racism, stuff like that. That seems to uproot your grounding, And when you ground yourself, you're very aware of your genetic blueprint and your ancestral the patterns. And once you ground yourself and you're aware of that, what I'm saying, then comes a renewal, what I'm saying, so that it could take roots, and that's being accomplished with food, your environment, and also finance. So at the root of it, you have to give the seed. Your grounding has to be that has to be replenished. It's called renewal. Renewal. That's an energy that we have, the renewal. And that's at the root, the base, because that's going to take root. When you renew on and on and on, and you give it the sustenance and needs and the currency and everything, it takes root. Your idea takes root. You take root. The idea you planted, the ideas, right? Also yourself. You know what I'm saying? You anchor yourself and then you renew it and take root. If you're dealing with these enlightenment self, and you're sort of like focusing on them. Because remember, when we spoke about focusing, and we spoke about this here, that where awareness goes, which is like consciousness. When you're conscious, you're aware. Where awareness goes, your energy flows. Okay, that's very important. And what is awareness? Awareness is like a ball of light. You're conscious. It's like a ball of light. So imagine it like a ball of light, and then the mind is that vast space of many different areas within it. And so when you put that that awareness, that ball of light, in certain areas of your life, which is all mental, life is all everything is mental. When you put it into certain areas, it lights that up. And remember when we spoke about how when you are in the survival, hold on one second, because you won't be able to see the bottom. Let me take this off 1 second. And so you have the survival, right? When you put energy in your survival, it casts a shadow of fear, right? Now, sometimes fear is good because fear can help us, you know, fear can be a teaching lesson to us. It can help us. I want to read something here. Wait a second. Wait me 1 second. Where I wanted to go here. So when you speak about fear, and that's when you deal with this root energy, with the survival, and it casts the fear, right? When you think about this energy, when you think about your day to day survival here on Earth, right? So this center, the idea of rooting of the survival center role is to give you everything you need to survive, right? For us in this modern age, that typically translates to finance and emotional security, right? Now, when it's balanced, when you have this survival and this fear, and it's balanced, and your enlightenment self being the renewal, it feels like you have a sense of accomplishment and peace when you think about things like money, safety, and shelter. Now you feel connected to your human experience. When this particular energy center, when it's overactive, our root, that root energy gets a lot of use. It gets a lot of use. So having an overactive energy here and thinking constantly about survival and stuff, that's very common. That's very, very common. Now, because fear is the base of the need to survive. That is fear's role, is to keep us alive. Okay. So in this particular natural nature energy, we have that ability that fear teaches us to survive. Gave us right. It it help us to survive. Then you get the survival. Then the enlightenment self, then that when in the enlightenment, when you have that balance, the enlightenment self will be the renewal. You start thinking about renewal and you start renewing yourself with foods, proper foods, the currency, and the sustainability environment. The environment plays a very important because if you're in an environment that's very fearful and you fear for your life and this and that, and it's not, and it's violence, whatever, that's taken away from your survival. That's taken away from your survival. But you enlighten when you balance that and you enlighten yourself, you have the power to renew yourself. Right? Then when you go up into the sacral, that's the pleasure center here. And that's where guilt comes in. A lot of people, they over pleasurize themselves and then they feel guilty. The idea is not to feel guilty, to 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 have, to enjoy the pleasures of life, but not do it in a way that you're going to feel guilty later. Because then that's you're blocking that particular energy that you have, your natural energy, which is the power to transmute, what they call transmutation. Okay, it's changing things. All right, the ability for you to change things, and you can change things when you're an enlightened being. You change things through sexuality, to creativity, and what's the other one? Finances. Right at this particular natural center that we have. You know what I'm saying? So again, the enlightened, when you feel enlightened, this is where you harness and you feel the power of transmutation, of changing things. Okay. And then when you do that, you have to balance what's pleasurable. Okay, to make sure that you limit the amount of guilt, because guilt is always going to be there in some sense. You know what I'm saying? But the idea is to balance that pleasure and that guilt, and knowing that you're not over indulging in pleasurable things. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty well balanced. Okay. Um, so again, you feel, you be, right? You become something when you at the at the genesis, right? Of your total being. You become something. Then you feel, right? And you renew it, feel. And then when it comes to the sacral, no, the sacral is your feeling, and then the solar plexus is going to be the willing, and that's the next one that we'll speak about. I won't go deeply into that right now because I'm going to stay on the sacral center, sacral center. And I'm going to play another tune later on, and anybody can call in if you want to call in. Right now, I don't think nobody's watching. I don't know. I don't know what's getting out. My stuff ain't getting out. Let me see something. Let me see something. Let me make it public. There you go. Now it's public. People can come on if they want to. They can call in if they want to. But anyway, when you talk about the sacred energy, or that part of you, what the Hindus are called the sacred, right? In the enlightenment self, right? We call that transmutation. Okay. Now, this is about your identity as a human and what you do with it. This energy center is also responsible for your creative energy to help you enrich your life. You know what I'm saying? It's a home of the creative life force energy that helps you enjoy your life here on earth. And this is the pleasure, the feeling, the pleasure, right? And I'm telling you, well, we'll see. It's the energy that motivates you to enjoy the fruits of your labor, including indulging in pleasurable activities like sex and money. No, I'm sorry, sex and intimacy. Okay. For those who are not having sex and intimacy, it's a way of harnessing the power. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to have sex. You could be intimate with a person, hugging. They got certain and they got certain groups of people that get together and all they do is hug. You know what I'm saying? All they do is hug, 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 intimacy, stab the intimacy, and no sex involved. Sex takes you to another level. You know what I'm saying? So when this is balanced, when you have that, hold on a second. When you have that pleasure and guilt balance, you will relish in the pleasurable things that life has to offer without overdoing them. This is what feels to be balanced. Okay. Sex, good food, creative activities will be inspiring and enjoying, and you will get a sense of wellness and abundance from them. You know what I'm saying? So important. This energy center often is overactive when we face stuff like addiction and gluttony. Pleasure is a good thing, and you should never feel guilty for enjoying the good things in life that life has to offer. Never. But when you overindulge it, then it can lead you into addiction and gluttony. Okay, so we become addicts for sex, and you know what I'm saying, or the regular addiction because the pleasure of having certain chemicals, or certain delicacies. However, you find yourself enjoying things that aren't nourishing for your soul, or that is not healthy for you, then most likely this you're out of balance here. You're mostly out of balance. Yeah, okay. Because now you're beginning to take pleasure in things that are not good for you. You're not balancing it also with the root. You know what I'm saying? Because the root, you want to take things that are good for you. To help those root grow. And then when it gets to the pleasure and the guilt, and when it comes to that next natural energy that we have, and that's the power of transmutation. Okay. Because it's helpful to draw energy away from the pleasure and into your heart. That's important. You can do this by asking yourself simple questions, like, is what I'm about to do good for me? Is it healthy or nourishing? What are the benefits of the action I'm about to take? Now, these are questions people don't ask themselves every day. I meet people every day, and they're not really, asking these questions. And this is something that our children has to learn at an early age. You know what I'm saying? Is this action that I'm about to take, is it good for me? I know it's gonna be pleasure, but is it really good for me? You know what I'm saying? Then they don't want guilt. Some people just go ahead and just do what they gotta do. Either, you know, that desire, you can go in it and kill that desire, or you can abstain from it. So when you energize this particular the sacral center, when you energize it, um, it becomes fun. You enjoy life. You create a piece of art. Eat healthy and enjoyable snack. Make love to your partner. Right here. And in the other podcast, remember, how we spoke about Kama Sutra, the type of foods. We're gonna do a separate podcast on that about the foods, you can eat, make things pleasurable, and the women also, because they have to keep their pH level right, and taking a lot of pineapples before sex. Pineapples may help that sweetness, the scent, and and the men, eat a half a watermelon, man, you be good to go. That's a natural Viagra. So we spoke about that before anyway. So I don't want to go in too much into that here. I'm not gonna stay that long, but I want to play you another song. Let me see what I got. Let me see what I have. 1 second. Let me see what I have. Anyway, anybody wants to call in, they can call in. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see what I have here. Man, oh, this is all the mini written stuff. Yeah, yeah. Oh, mm, 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 mm. Let me see. Oh man, no, this is not right. I went in the wrong place. Let me see. Show more. Here we go. Let me see what we can bring up here. Oh, my granddaughter is crazy. She's having a moment out there. Let's see, play you something nice here. 'Cause last time, here's one. Let me see. Oh, here's one. this has got a nice message to it. And I want to just leave you with this because I'm going to end this early. I just wanted to come on here and just to make my just to hmm, just to help. Whoop, sorry, just to help you know come on here, because you know that every every Wednesday I get on. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully I'll bring you somebody else into the weather. I don't know what the situation with the weather is over there. But I'm patient. You know what I'm saying? One day I want to, also bring up the moral and ethics and show you where I got that from and how that's important. You know what I'm saying? The reason why these podcasts are important to me because it reaffirms what I know and it reaffirms and I say, man, is this education, if we would have received this education, if someone would have spoken to us like this, we probably would have been, at another, we probably would have been more enhanced. You know what I'm saying? I was fortunate enough that I spent my time with a master teacher and was able to see an enlightened being and was able to see how he did his thing. You know what I'm saying? And get to view it and see it, so I could apply it to what I'm doing here. And that's you know, that was for I was fortunate enough to see that, and that's what I got out of it. And other people had different experience, but you have your experiences. You know what I'm saying? Some negatives and some positive. My experience there was balanced. Wasn't all that positive, kumbaya, but it was balanced. You know what I'm saying? Um, I was there to learn, so I learned. I was there to observe, so I observed. I was there to participate in certain things, so I participated in things that I knew was beneficial for me or beneficial for the whole, for everybody around me, children, women, and men. Beneficial in the sense of I was giving part of who I was. You know what I'm saying? I used to sit out in front of the fruit stand on Bushwick and play the percussion. You know what I'm saying? And brothers really enjoyed that at that time, bringing in that cultural expression. So, it's like that today. You know what I'm saying? What are you, with like I said, these conversations, should be taught, it should be spoken in and taught. This should be an ongoing conversation in schooling, especially when the children become around, 13, 14, and 15, because right now we're losing the youth. We're losing them. I mean, I'm not against technology, virtual reality, and stuff like that in these games. It's cool. Sometimes it's pleasurable and it's a good way to sort of pass a pastime thing. And back in the day, my pastime was getting on my instrument, the congas, and playing in my room or listening to music. But now they're into this whole different paradigm. You know what I'm saying? And so, but little more and more, we're getting away from these conversations that we also should be having these conversations, which are very, very important. You know? And that and these centers, natural nature centers, are guide. This is my guide. You know what I'm saying? And so I extract from here and there and there and there. I extract from the Hindus, from the Tibetan, Kung Fu, Gongki. I extrapolate, different indigenous, beliefs, and did not and the beliefs with rituals, rites of passage, and their wisdom. Wisdom is passed on from elders on and on and on. And I'm hoping that in this we see some sense of wisdom here in knowing what right, wisdom, the way I understand it, what I was told to me from word from mouth to ear was that wisdom is the history of knowing the history of what's right and wrong, knowing what's right and wrong in the history of things. You know what I'm saying? If it's an action or an event or your personal life, other people live. We're human in humanity. We experience certain things at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Or at different time, but we experience almost the same thing. Because that's humanity. It's humanity, and humanity has this connection to nature, to this planet. You know, and so The conversation goes like that. You know what I'm saying? What skills, grandpa tell me, you know, as these kids now, instead of going advice to their grandpa and grandma for advice because they've seen the struggle that they went through, but they don't know even with those struggles and mistakes, there's a learning lessons in that. But they rather go where online and speak to those who don't know them virtually. You know what I'm saying? Virtually. And we have to be careful of that. So I'm here. I'm always open. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? I'm easy to get in contact through Facebook, whatever. And I'm here for any youth, anyone that wants to speak about certain things. You know what I'm saying? Because it helps me grow also. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna grow also. Well, let me see something. Um, Very interesting. I've been having some let me see something here. I've been checking out some I've been checking out some podcasts and broadcasts here and there, with this whole StreamYard. And now everybody, I was always getting I got into StreamYard, and then now everybody's popping up and they're using StreamYard. I guess because it's friendly, you can always manipulate the screen, with yourself through the studio. And so that's sorry. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Tony? Tony watching. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of a lot of this that that what's happening now in humanity all around us in humanity, a lot of this can be applied and a lot of this can be reasoned out very paradoxically. And I say that and I say it again. A lot of what's going on now could be reasoned paradoxically. And that is, don't be critical. Don't say this is that, this is this, and it's separate because you don't know there's an underlying event. There's something happening underlying it, and you have to think paradoxical. Like, for instance, perfect example. You're a person that think you're in reality, right? And you're like, yeah, what I observe, what I observe, what I observe. So, so you come and you tell somebody, you say to yourself, the sky is blue. Why? Because I see it. You can look up to the sky and see that it is blue, right? And I had this discussion before. Yeah, that's optical. That's that light being refracted, is that blue. But now someone has come to you and says, that sky is not really blue. It's just the nitrogen, the refraction of the nitrogen, right? And what is it doing? It's really clear. The sky is really clear. It's just the nitrogen is the one that's refracting. But then when you think of it paradoxically, both are right. Because what is the sky? The sky is what's above us, right? And yeah, it is clear and it's refracting the blue light from the spectrum coming from the sun because of the nitrogen. Certain chemicals retract certain lights, infrared and all these lights. You know what I'm saying? Gases refract certain lights. So this is what's happening. So when a person comes to you and says, no, it's not blue, that person is coming again critically saying, no, I'm right, you wrong. And the other person says, no, I'm right and you're wrong. But they both right. Or it's not a question of being right or wrong, but it's both accurate. It's both. That's what paradoxical thinking is. Another example, somebody says, oh, yeah, I woke up and I saw the sunrise. And then somebody says, the sun never rises. That's just the English language. That's what we see. We see it a certain way. So we vocalize it a certain way. And then the person says, no, the sun never rises. It don't move. It's the earth tilting and moving. So it gives the illusion like the sun is rising. Okay, but it's still rising because I can see it. But then your perspective, you're coming from that mental perspective, that scientific perspective. Okay, well, that's paradoxical. It's taking in account reasoning both. You know what I'm saying? It's like, And a lot of times that's what's happening now, and it's important because a lot of times we tend to say, no, you're wrong. It's like this. No, it's like that. Yes, Tony, Kabbalah must say, yeah, the Kabbalion. Well, that's Kabbalah might have their system of teaching that. I don't know. I'm not into Kabbalah. I did study a little Kabbalah, like I did view it, whatever, but I wasn't engulfed in Kabbalah. And yeah, but then yeah, a lot of teachings, ancient teachings, are those teachings are that Kabbalah society took it, ecumenic society. It's been, it's the Kabbalion is the secret wisdom of what they call Thoth, Tahuti, that being, which if you read the Emerald tablets, he was like a Messiah. He came to wipe. When Tahuti came to wipe all the other doctrine and created a new doctrine. He's a renewer. He's what they call a reformer. He takes all the doctrine and grab what's beneficial and what's true with the power of sound right reasoning and give you a new doctrine. But it's still later on it gets polluted. So it's all doctrine, and that's doctrine and dogma. You know what I'm saying? When you deal with the enlightenment self and ascending to that higher sense, then doctrine and dogma, you put it in its place. You put that in its place because it's about connecting with the source of it. And so if you want to say, what's the source of all life? The sun. What's the source of this particular doctrine? Well, the source of it happens to be Kabbalah, Kabbalion, what they call emerald tablets, and certain tablets that an ancient time is Sumerian tablets too. You know what I'm saying? That tells different folklores and stories. You know what I'm saying? But there's all different perspectives. That's what you're studying. That's cool. That's cool. That's gonna, yeah. Hey, listen, I'm like this. There are boxes, but when you have a jewel, what you do, you put it in the box, right? So sometimes when you open up these boxes, I call like Kabbalah or Christianity, boxes inside of that box, it's a jewel. So I'm sure you got to look for those jewels within those teachings and you'll see it. And then when it fits, when and together as a puzzle, and it fits other teaching, and you're able to go into other other perspectives and other teachings, and you're able to see that common unity, and you're able to, boom, then you have a moment. When it explodes, you say, boom, wow, this transcends. This is everywhere. This particular thought that I'm learning from Kabbalah is everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's here, there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's all relative. Yeah, and it's very, very deep, my brother. Yes, very, very deep, very deep. And for you, it's easy. It's gonna be easy for you to grasp concepts and stuff like that because you're a musician. You see, you're conguero. You understand about rhythm. You understand about intuition. You sit down with a conga with the rhythm and stuff, and you understand the clock system and which is a time signature. You understand these things, how it's all relative and it's all fit together. You can put things together. You can make music out of what you learn it. You know what I'm saying? And that's works for me. I'm not saying it works for everybody, but it works for me. I study many different forms of teachings. You know what I'm saying? And now, in this time right now, that I've gotten more into my enlightenment self, I'm beginning to see that, wow, all the time these teachings they was trying to hint to that, but I wasn't really grasping because I wasn't experiencing it now. Now, when you get into your enlightenment self, you start experiencing those gifts, those jewels within those teachings. You start experiencing it and you're able to utilize it. Yeah, the spirit, it's cool. I'm chatting with Tony. Tony is on Facebook and he's talking about the spirit. Yeah. When I look at spirit and then you look at the word spirit, 'cause remember, we speak the English language, Spanish, some of us Spanish. We speak a language that comes with defining dictionaries, the way people define things. Yeah. Let me put this down over here. 1 second. Yeah, Tony. Tony said the spirit. This is my brother Tony Gonzalez, Green Eyes Tony, nice conguero. Yeah, and the spirit. So again, when you deal with spirit and you look at the word spiritus, means also breath. In some, you see, in some industry, if you go to the Black Law Dictionary, it's going to talk about properties of a church. That's a spiritual. That's that. But the breath, it's more in a general term. Spiritus is the breath, and what breath does, it changes things around it. The wind, when it breathes, it changes the forms of trees. You know what I'm saying? It also help procreate seeds. It knocks seeds off the plant. And so the breath is what I've found to be character and personality. Your character and your personality, your outlook, your attitudes, and the outlook that you have in life is what your spirit does. That's spirit. So you have a certain character and certain personality. That's the spirit of you. What's the spirit of the day? Well, it's the persona, the character of that particular day. We had a very mad, rough day. This day is not such a good day because the spirit of the day wasn't so good. You're talking about the character of that particular personality. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I view spirit. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at the Kabbalah and you look at what's the spirit of the Kabbalah, you got to look at this character and personality of what is embodied within the Kabbalah, that whole system. You know what I'm saying? The Hindus got the 7, but the Kabbalah has the 12. The 12 energy points. These are points. Points. I deal with the 9. I deal with the 12 too from the Kemetic point, but then I deal with the 9 because 9 is a very powerful number because 9 is the totality of the number system. And then 10 becomes the 1 and the O and on and on. 9 is the pinnacle. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I lean more towards that. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Let me play you this tune here. And this is a nice tune. And listen, I've been in that little mode, enjoying my slow mode, slow jams. And listen, before I got play that, I want to say also that I was a little taken back when I learned that Johnny Pacheco had transitioned. And maybe later I'll play something from Johnny Pacheco. Man, let me tell you something. I grew up listening to the music. You don't know, Johnny Pacheco has been such a um um the one of the huge inspiration, creator, originator of what we call salsa. Johnny Pacheco was an executive producer with the Fania record label. With Jerry Masucci was the finance guy, but Johnny Pacheco was the music man behind La Fania, and La Fania left a an amount of work, body of work from different artists that went through the Fania at that time. And I grew up, because we're talking about late 60s and early 70s. In the 70s, Afania was the record label of all the Latin artists was on his record label, and the work was unbelievable. And when you look at the credits, the executive producer was Johnny Pacheco, and producing Johnny Pacheco. He was in the beginning of Fania. That was one of the co-owners, if you could say, of Fania. He's the one that put it together, and you hear his voice. He did coro. He did a lot, arrangements. He did coro arrangement. Worked at the engineer console. Johnny Pacheco is what an icon. What a huge inspiration, an enlightened being, because he knew how to plant that seed in those projects and root it and see it flourish and ascend, and beautiful, 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 groundbreaking salsa music came through there. You know what I'm saying? So I want to, I'll play you some, but right now let me hit you with this so that I can look for some other stuff. I play these so everyone can listen to the words, man.
If you need a strong hand to guide you through the night, if you want someone who understands when things can get uptight, if it means anything to you to know that I care for you, check it out. Oh, check it out. I understand complications can sometimes bring you down. You know I understand. But different situations doesn't always be around. And if it means anything to you to know that I care for you, check it out, baby. Check it out. Check it out. Oh, you know my love is here to stay, and it will always be that way. Look at me. Come on and look away. Look at me. My love is here to stay. Surely you must know my love will always grow. Can't you see? Look into my eyes, girl. Can't you see? Look into my eyes, girl. Can't you see? There may not be a dreamy day for you to suffer through. No, 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 no. If you would let me lead the way, I give the world to you. And if it means anything to you, yeah, check it out, baby, baby, check it out, check out your mind, your love, check it out. Look into my eyes, look into my eyes, ain't no big surprise. Hey, check it out. Lord, check it out. Check it out. Check out your mind. Check it out. Yeah, check it out. Check it out. Look into my eyes. Look into my eyes. Ain't no big surprise. Hey, check it out. Check it out. Lord, check it out. Check it out. Check out your mind. Check it out. Yeah, check it out. Check it out. Look into my eyes. Look into my eyes. Ain't no big surprise. Hey, check it out. Check it out. Lord, check it out. Check it out. Check out your mind. Check it out.
Wow, wow, wow. Love that song. Love that song. Yep. That was sorry. Yep. That was you know, how the music has changed, man. That was how this music was just very, very nice at that time. The message and everything. And when you lay back, you know, when you're young, about 14 or 15 years old, and you thinking you got a girlfriend, and you lay back and you're listening to this, playing these 45, these 145. But anyway, yeah, where were we? You know what? I speak about something. I'm going to start looking for something else here. Let's see. And so, when Pacheco, let me go back to Johnny Pacheco, man. I mean, growing up, also, being from an Hispanic moms in a background, family and stuff, and the neighborhood. We grew up listening to salsa music, which is the time that, like I said, the time that Pacheco You know, and the Fania All Star, man, was there, man. Man, they got some nice stuff. Pacheco was studying Juilliard also on the flauta, the flute from Juilliard. So he was well schooled, man. Well over schooled on stuff like that. Beautiful. Pacheco was a man, boy, gonna be missed. His music was just so groundbreaking. Like I said, when you listen to most of that Fania stuff, guess what? That's Pacheco. You know, that's Pacheco. Let's hear this. This is El Fiaizan. Faizan. El Fiaizan. I don't even know what that means. I'm sorry. You know, like I said, I grew up in a Hispanic household, but there's words that we didn't use. You know what I'm saying? You know, but anyway, let's see. Let me go over here. You gotta excuse these. I'm going YouTube, so sometimes they are
questions because they kind of think
check this out. Oh, 1 second. Make sure I got it right. And now this is from Pacheco. Let me see. Let me see. I gotta do something here. Nope. Okay. Let me reshare this again to make sure that the audio is lit. It's what we need. Yeah, here we go. Okay. I'm learning how to navigate through this stuff, y'all. Okay. So here it is. Pacheco. Let's play this. I used to love this album. Oh, man. Real típico. You know when we dance to this too, you'll hold the woman real close to you dance. Pacheco forever. Johnny Pacheco forever, man. He left us such a body of work. It's just unbelievable. And it's just nothing. There's so much more. There's so much more, man. I mean, that's just a taste. That was the album we pulled out in Maestro. What a taste. That's just a taste, man. And I remember hearing stuff that he did back in the 60s. Oh, man, dude. It's just so groundbreaking. Such a rich ethnic music. And again, remember, this expression comes from Africa, man. The cha-cha. That was a cha-cha. And man, and the tres here, we spoke about those tones and frequencies that are outside, those traditional seven notes. It's like bending the notes around the notes of the frequency. It's just crazy. The tres is an instrument that, man, I love that sound because I got used to that, that sound of for a person that's not used to it, they think that the guitar is out of tune, but it's not. It's just tuned to specific frequencies, quarter notes. I mean, quarter tones and stuff like that. Bending those tones differently. Man. So that was just such an honor, man. That was Pacheco. That was Pacheco. So, um, again, you know, when you look at humanity, you look at the enlightenment self that we have, the power that we have by nature. We have that power to seed an idea, you know what I'm saying, and then take root by using the right, you know, uh, uh, um, sustainability, by using the right ingredients, the right actions and ingredients, the right action, the right conditioning to see it take roots. And then comes a transmutation where we're able to transform that, transform that into a change, into something beneficial for us. You know what I'm saying? And partaking that pleasure with it. You know what I'm saying? Because in that with that pleasure, you transform it with that pleasure and make sure that you're well balanced and that guilt and that you're well balanced, so that, you know, this is a reoccurring thing. You know what I'm saying? This power. This is what we have. You know what I'm saying? And you could take into different thought patterns. You're thinking about sexuality, and sex. Sex changes people. Oh yeah, we all know that, but the young children don't know that. You know what I'm saying? When you're young, you're not cognizant of that, of how you having sex and having a relationship with somebody, how that can totally change you. You got to be careful. Either you have to be doing the change, you have to be so enlightened, have that enlightened power within yourself that you're both able to, again, from the root, have that one-on-one relationship and both be able to, when you both overstand and stand to reason, when you both understand and stand to reason of the power that you have with this particular, the energy that we have to transmute things. You know what I'm saying? That's why when you go into if anybody could get it, is a 9-board series, and it talks about the sex mind, the mental sex force, and the mental force. Two different forces that we have. Okay, two different forces. There's much more forces, but those are the reciprocal of that particular sacral. Okay, is the brow, that mind, that okay. So it changes whatever you do with that can change your way of thinking or the way you perceive your intuition and things like that. So but um but what I wanted to say, my mind is just going at speed warp here, so remind me the speed warp. But yeah, I mean, the idea of, and like I said, this is not taught to the youth, and this is stuff that we bypass. We went on our feelings, because that particular part of us took over. We went on feelings, and then later on we feel guilty. The imbalance comes in. So you have a lot of wounded people out there. You know what I'm saying? They carry this shame, this guilt within themselves, this fear within themselves, you know what I'm saying? And we have to be very, very, we can heal each other. You know what I'm saying? We can heal each other. And I'm hoping that this particular broadcast, when we speak about these energies that we have, that it's a healing lesson for us. And to also for inheritance and to intercede in our children too. You know what I'm saying? To have those important conversations. You know, look, if we're having this conversation now, I don't know who those are aware, but nobody really want to hear something like this. But I'm gonna put it out there because it's being documented, it's being recorded. So it's out there. It's out there. And there are people, and I don't care if it's only one person that says, man, I appreciate what you're saying and I'm learning from it, whatever, that's good enough. That's good enough for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm taking this in also. I'm learning as I go. I don't know everything. I'm learning. You know what I'm saying? Even when I play percussion, I'm learning percussion. It's more and more things. I'm learning about my tones and frequency, my music. I'm constantly learning. And you've seen that with that conversation I had with Giovanni Hidalgo, such a man that completed so much in life, 2 Grammys, and you see the videos. I have done some remarkable play with some remarkable artists, whatever, and he still humble himself. He still know I'm learning. I don't know everything. A little bit that I know, I try to share it. You know, that's very important. A little bit that I know, I just try to share it. That's what I'm doing. Doing is sharing that. You know, and that's what that's humanity. That's how it is. You got to share certain spirit with those, that when it's gonna be beneficial and those that want to hear it. Or live by example. So, I'm here living by example, seeding my ideas, seeding my family, seeding my ideas. Not perfect, what I'm saying. I have gotten into certain because what I'm saying, you have to be patient with yourself. But there's certain things that you should have done way back that you didn't do, and it kind of affected now, with the upbringing of your children or affected your relationship, whatever. But it's okay. You gotta let that be patient, let that just ride out and continue. Get on that path, that way. Get on that path of enlightening yourself with these natural, you're right. You are born with these rights. You're born with these right anchoring, grounding. You're born with that right, and to see what it does to you. And also, the renewal, the renewal, you know, you know what I'm saying? After you see it and renewing, and now the transmutation. Study that. Go into look up the word transmutation, look up the word renewal, look up the word transmutation, try to apply it to your life. And look at, what I'm saying, have that vision, what they call that clairvoyance, that clear vision, in your life. Have that clear vision. And that's, you know, I've been learning about that. It's been working very well for me. I've been expanding my mind. I'm take a little trip into your mind and explore it. You know what I'm saying? Like the opening song by Minnie Riperton, Stevie Wonder. Actually, I think Minnie wrote it. Stevie Wonder arranged it and also helped write it. You know what I'm saying? Very, very very beautiful song. So, you know, that's important. I see nobody wants to call in, nobody wants to get on, whatever. So I'd already been here for about an hour, so I think I just might cut it loose. I do, want to just tell everybody that I'm having a wonderful experience, y'all. I'm having, and I don't care if I'm the only one that view this later, but I'm gonna learn something from this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm having a wonderful experience. There's so much to do. You know what I'm saying? There's so much to do in life, and I'm having a wonderful experience. There's so much to do, you know what I'm saying? And it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? So I'm here being vulnerable on this digital format, the stream yard, and out here playing for you also some of the music that I've listened to and love. I don't know, what should I play you? The slow jam, play you some other Pacheco song. Let me play you a slow jam. Let me see what can I get here. Let me see. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I love stuff that Pacheco did. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, such groundbreaking, man. Such a groundbreaking artist. Well, I'm just like, ah, this is live. You know, this is live. Let me play you something live, a video. This is live in Africa. Roselia Barreto, La Voce, live in Africa. If I'm not mistaken, this is in the Congo. If I'm not mistaken, in the Congo. So, a little commercial here from StreamYard, y'all. Check it out. Yeah. Oh, so let's play this video. Oh, yeah. Let me see. Let's play this video. And this is the Fine Year All Star. And Pacheco was the musical director to the Fine Year All Star. Yo, check that out. He was a musical director. And I want to play this for you. Check it out. Woo! Salsa, baby. That's Pacheco. Musical director Pacheco, maestro.
La música que le traigo yo. ¿Dónde comenzó?
Bobby Valentin, excellent arranger. On bass, Bobby Valentin. Been with Pacheco since his early years. I think he was like 16 years old when he played trumpet in Pacheco's band. Trumpet with Pacheco. Bobby Valentin. Then he went into the bass. This is in the Congo, I believe. In Africa. Sold out performance. In Africa. Pacheco was a man, bro. Look at him. Pupi la Guetta, man. Excellent violinist. Man, I'm telling you, I used to study these guys, bro. But like, yo, the musicianship was just it was overwhelming, man. The guys was just on it. It helps you become a better musician too when you appreciate other musicians and you learn from them, you know. I was too young, man. I would have definitely loved to be there. Roberto Ruena, bongo. For those of you who don't know, you know what I'm saying? These are the primary salsa artists up there, man. And the beginning of the Fania. He's the Fania All-Star. These guys were brought salsa all over New York, all over the world. And Pacheco was right there in the front leading the charge, was Pacheco. From Santo Domingo, Dominican. He had a great Pacheco doing it up there. IQs everybody in. Bobby Valentin, excellent bass player. Been with Pacheco from the beginning, bro. He's running. He said the bass is running. Clave. Pa, 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 pa. Pa, 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 pa. Yeah. Larry Hello. Like the video and share the video. Subscribe to my YouTube, y'all. Yeah. Pacheco was an extraordinary flute player. Juilliard. From Juilliard taught. Awesome. Check him out. Hey, subscribe to my YouTube, man, because if they mute this stuff, check it out on my YouTube for those who's watching later. And decide to watch it on Facebook, man, subscribe to my YouTube. Get it on my YouTube because you get the sound just in case they mute this, okay? Manteca. I put a Tito Puente move on there. Hard hands, Barreto. Roberto Ruena, baddest bongo player out there. Classic Ray Barretto lick. Tito Puente lick. Yeah. Let me cut it here. Yeah, man. Ooh, that's energy. That's a lot of energy. That's some good. That was Pacheco. Pacheco had that, as being the conductor and being in the front, that energy was bringing in, and and like I said, he was one of the owners and one of the pioneers of the Fania record industry dynasty, the record dynasty of the Fania. Well, listen, let me end it here. Wish you all well. I wanted to see. Yeah, wish you all well, man, and thank you very much. I'm gonna leave you with something here. Let me leave you with something here. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna leave you with this here because the weather's been rainy and it's been for those out there. But I want to check this out. Check this out, okay? No, 1 second. Let's see.
Experience Boost
Again, commercial again, yo. Sorry.
is my credit score by 12 points instantly, which is insane.
So I raised my.
Check it out. This is for y'all. This is for all the people out there. And I'll leave you with that, okay? Peace.
In the rain. It may sound crazy, but I wanna go outside. In the rain. 'Cause I think I'm gonna cry. I don't want you to see me cry. Go outside in the rain. It may sound crazy, but I wanna go outside. Once the rain starts falling on my face, you won't see a single trace of the tears I'm crying. Because of you I'm crying. Don't want you to see me cry. Let me go, let me go, let me go. sun comes out and the rain is gone away, I know I'm gonna see a better day. Right now I think I'm crying because of you. I'm crying. Don't want you to see me cry. Let me go, let me go, let me go. In the rain, it may sound crazy, but I wanna go outside. In the rain, I wanna go outside. I wanna go outside. In the rain, it may sound crazy. I said it may sound crazy, but I wanna go outside. In the rain. Don't just see me cry. I got to walk out the door. I can't stand it no more. I got to go outside.
Wow, dramatics.
The reason I love using StreamYard, well, that's easy.
Let's see. Wow. Beautiful song. Well, anyway, let me leave you there with that. And listen, anybody of y'all starting a group and want me to sing the deep voice,
Just let me know. I can do that whole. I can do the Barry White thing. It's just you, baby, and your baby blue. You know what I'm saying?
I'm having fun. I could change my voice with this device. I'm having fun. Anyway, applaud, y'all. And let's guess what? I'll see you to the next broadcast. Okay. Thank you very much, y'all. For those of you who are going to be watching this later, who wasn't able to come on live, speak with me. I'm not getting anybody coming to speak with me. Let me see. It feels a little awkward. But like I said, you don't start nothing, there won't be nothing. O si no, mira. Un chancletazo. Anyway, let me leave you with that. And Dan Sihibui, I love you all, man. I shook to everybody. Okay, peace.